Hello guys. Yeah, in the last video I just discussed the beginning of the story of the Tughlaq by Girish Karnad. Now is in this the second video of the Tughlaq. Here I am going to continue the story further. Also I will do the analytical study of this so you may understand the play so well because this is in BA third year as well, a university syllabus of Rajasthan University, and it must be prescribed in other DU and JNU universities and other universities as well. So you can just go through the video. You can easily understand the story. So this is basically the second part of Tughlaq. Let's start. So now, as I already told you in the first video of the Tughlaq, like Aziz, who is in disguise with his friend Azam, plans to cheat people and get money on the way to Daulatabad as Tughlaq was shifting his kingdom from Delhi to Daulatabad. So the now scene shifts as now Tughlaq is playing chess in his private chamber and his stepmother appears suddenly. She's quite concerned about his eccentric approach in his administration. She was not able to understand why he's shifting his administration, their kingdom, there in Daulatabad, what is going in his mind. Though he was very, he has, as I already told you in the first video, that he had a grand vision. He was not used to think on the very normal level. He had a very grand vision, so he used to think beyond what is appearing. But the orthodox people were very much against his idealism and against his reformatory zeal, and they never accepted his ideas. So this we can see through the character of Aziz and Azam. So now his mother was also concerned. It is also revealed that Tughlaq had murdered his father and his brother in the past to get to the throne. It was revealed. She scolds him for his negligence towards the uprising led by In ul Mulk, an old friend of Tughlaq. In ul Mulk has now turned into an enemy. Now, both those who were Mulk and Tughlaq were friends, but now they both are enemies. He's marching with his 30,000 soldiers to attack the state. On the other hand, Tughlaq has only 6,000 soldiers. So now their Mulk has 30,000 soldiers and Tughlaq has only 6,000 soldiers to protect. So if the battle takes place, his defeat is quite certain. His stepmother asked Ziauddin Barani, a historian of that time, to keep Tughlaq away from the company of foolish advisors and counselors. So his mother advises him like this. But Sheikh Imam Uddin, another character, appears on the stage. He doesn't like the Sultan at all. In fact, he incites the people against Tughlaq for his eccentric decision. Tughlaq himself is well aware of the fact that Sheikh has ill desires against him. Tughlaq was aware of this, like Sheikh has not good desires against him. Tughlaq calls him and asks him to visit Mulk with a proposal for peace. Sheikh is asked to be dressed as a royal person as sent on an elephant. Tughlaq had does this with an intention. Later news comes that Sheikh Imamuddin is murdered. Now when Imamuddin is going to this Mulk just to convince that there should be peace and let's have a peace with each other. This was proposed by Tughlaq, and Imamuddin was just a mediator to convey this message. And later the news comes that when he went to meet Mulk and he is being murdered. He was mistaken for Tughlaq by the enemies for his royal dress and riding on the elephant. Those enemies took him as a Tughlaq because they were very much against him and so they murdered him. Ratan Singh reveals that it was Tughlaq's plot, and Ratan Singh also revealed that it was Tughlaq's conspiracies. So this incident comes as the first instance of the dark side of his character. Ratan Singh, Amirs, and Sayyids are planning to murder the Sultan as there is no other way left for them to stop his foolish acts. So Ratan Singh, Amir, and Sayyids are planning to murder the Sultan now, and there was no other way to do so. So they argue about Daulatabad city and its Hindu majority population. They pursued Sihabuddin to join them, but he hasn't made up his mind yet. They plan to murder him during the prayer. They pursued Sihabuddin to join them, but he hasn't made up his mind, so they plan to murder him during the prayer. Later, their plan is revealed. They are all caught and get a death sentence. Tughlaq orders for their dead bodies to be hanged in public. So now Tughlaq was very much against this, and he just given the order that their dead body should be hanged in public. It should be visible to everyone. Set the example before the public. So, murder the Sultan, as they were planning to murder the Sultan, which was a foolish act, and they talked about the Daulatabad city and Hindu majority population. They also were convinced Siaobuddin to join them, but he was not interested. So, they plan to murder him during the prayer. Let their plan is revealed, and they all caught and beget death sentence. So their dead bodies were hanged in public. He takes another ridiculous decision to have currency minted on copper and brass metal. Adding more to his foolishness, he declares that all the coins will have an equal value, no matter whether the coin is made of gold, silver, copper, or brass. So this was little ridiculous and ridiculous, we can say, decision. He also announces a ban on prayers, and every people now start telling him as a foolish sultan. Now Tughlaq wants to shift there as early as possible. On the way, many people die of hunger, diseases, and many other reasons. Aziz appears with his friends Azam and tells him how to make others fool and extra money. Now the scene shifts to Daulatabad. It is reported that Nazib, a confident and an advisor of Tughlaq. Now the Nazib, who is a confident and advisor of Tughlaq, is murdered. So one by one we can see everybody is getting murdered. Half of them are dying just because of the diseases and hunger. His stepmother comes and scolds him that the economy of the state is collapsing as the people have minted so much fake currency on copper and brass. So people has wasted that much money. They have exchanged it for gold and silver coins, obviously. So this foolish decision is to be held accountable for this crisis. So now the economic crisis is just because of he has given the equal value to all the coins. But Tughlaq is frustrated by Nazib's murder. So many people, whomever he suspects, are executed. Finally, it is revealed that Nazib was poisoned by Tughlaq's stepmother. When Tughlaq comes to know about this, he orders to arrest her, and she is punished by pelting stones on her until she dies. All such decisions are presented as a severe frustration of his mind, and now he was very much frustrated, we can see. And finally, he also punished his mother. It is announced to the public that when Giyasuddin Abbasid, guys, names are little difficult. Try to remember all these names. So, Abbasid arrives, the ban on the prayers will be lifted, and there was no more ban. But the people are no way interested in it as they were dying of hunger. Now, what about the prayer? People have no food to eat, so they were not thinking about prayers and all these things. The life of common man is devastated. Tughlaq is preparing for Ghiyasuddin Abbasid's welcome. Aziz appears and murders Ghiyasuddin Abbasid, and now Aziz disguises himself as Ghiyasuddin Abbasid. So this is little longer name, so I'll take it as a shorter. Aziz disguises himself as Ghiyas. So with the motive to fudge the Sultan, Aziz manages to deceive Tughlaq with his new identity. Later, Azam is murdered, and somehow his true identity is revealed to Tughlaq. Now Aziz tells him everything, whatever he had done in past to cheat him. The revelation of these facts really impresses Tughlaq. He appoints him on a powerful position in his court, and having taken in this decision, Tughlaq goes to sleep. When he wakes up, he realizes himself as he has gone mad, and the play ends here. So, guys, this was not much difficult, but the names are little difficult. So, I'll again repeat the character sketch. Muhammad bin Tughlaq is the emperor. His stepmother is there. You can see at the end he also got her arrested. Aziz was a shrewd man who disguised just to deceive the Tughlaq. Then Azam, friend of Aziz, and his partner Nazib, advisor of Tughlaq, Sheikh, a critic of Tughlaq's foolish acts, and Sihabuddin. Ulmuk was a old friend of Tughlaq who later turned into an enemy. Then Ratan Singh, adopted brother of Sihabuddin. So all these characters were there, and it was a fight for kingdom, for the empire, for the kingdom, and for the, we can say, it was basically most important thing was rigidness of the people, not having grand vision, idealism. They were very much against of all these things, and they were against of reformation. They were against of new things in their life, because we just want to be stick to the old thing. So what is basically is, Girish Karnad's Tughlaq is basically conflict between the followers and opponents of Tughlaq, those who are following Tughlaq and those who are opposites of Tughlaq. Sultan has annoyed the majority of Orthodox Muslim by his reformatory policies and tolerance for all religions. Due consideration to Hindus, abolition of jizya tax, change of capital from Delhi to Daulatabad, which is a Hindu dominated city, his strong and unfailing sense of justice. So this was the basically problem that Tughlaq had a very ideal and reformatory vision, reformatory zeal. So people fail to understand this much. They condemn him as an enemy of Islam, though he was very much devout Muslim who had full faith in Holy Quran. But his rationalistic and ideal views are beyond the comprehension of the people. So people know Tughlaq's weakness, that he has a guilty of murdering his father and brother. This was the weakness. There has been rebellion in Kanpur just after his father's murder. Thus, from the very first scene of the plot is developed an opposites. On opposites, the ideals and spurious in Tughlaq's character. Next, we can see. Sorry. And Aziz from the very beginning exploits the Sultan's policies to fulfill his own interest, how Aziz was trying all this. So this is analytical thing which I would like to highlight at the end of this video. Uh, Tughlaq, we can see, is a very idealistic with an intriguing nature. He transfers Mulk to Deccan and he rebels against him. Then shrewd strategies, and then the Sheikh is treacherously killed, and Mulk is pardoned. Scheming, intriguing nature of Tughlaq is explained through the chess symbols. Nazib acts as the Sultan's evil genius. So all these things we can see in this. And when Sultan goes on military expedition, and how Shibabuddin, a pacifist, to look after the administration of Delhi, and how everything got changed. So, in the final scene, the capital has been shifted to Daulatabad. There has been mass exodus, and Aziz, in the guise of Brahmin Vishnu Prasad, misappropriates public funds granted for relief. And this unfortunate decision of Sultan makes him unpopular and precipitates his downfall. Thousands of people die of hunger and starvation. Those who oppose the Sultan are killed, and he kills even on suspicion. His kingdom is stricken with rebellions, and finally, his policy of introducing token currency. So, this all we have seen in this play. So, this is very eye-opening play, and hope you guys enjoyed the story. Please stay connected. Keep watching my videos. This is the end of Tughlaq. I will update you with my more upcoming videos. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice time.